I was 18 when my world turned upside down. My stepmother, Clara, never cared much for me. After my father passed away, she controlled everything: our house, our money, my future. And when she told me I was going to marry a man I barely knew, I begged her not to. Please, I cried, I don't love him. I don't even know him. But Clara's eyes were cold. Love won't feed you, Emily. Marriage will. And Daniel Carter is wealthy enough to take care of you. This is not a choice, it's survival. Daniel Carter, my husband, a man 8 years older than me, with quiet eyes and a reputation for being stern. I felt trapped. The reception ended. Guests left. And finally, it was just the two of us. Daniel opened the door to our bedroom, and my heart pounded so hard I thought it might break through my chest. I sat on the edge of the bed, my hands twisting the fabric of my dress. He stood by the window for a long time, silent, watching the night sky. Then, without warning, he turned. His voice was low, rough. "Take off your clothes. Bite the pillow tightly, and I will show no mercy tonight." My breath caught. Before I could respond, he stepped closer, his hand reaching for the zipper of my dress. The sound of it sliding open filled the room like thunder. I froze, my whole body trembled, my throat tightened. And then, like a storm breaking, I screamed. Loud, broken sobs poured out of me. Daniel stopped. His hand fell. His face shifted from determination to shock. My tears seemed to shake something inside him. I covered my face, crying so hard I couldn't breathe. And then, through the blur of tears, I saw him step back. His jaw tightened, his eyes filled with something I didn't expect: shame. "I'm sorry," he whispered hoarsely. And then he turned, walked out of the room, and shut the door behind him. That night, he slept on the sofa in another room. I thought the nightmare would return the next night. I thought he'd try again. But he didn't. Days passed, then weeks. Daniel never touched me. He barely even entered the bedroom. Instead, he started caring for me in unexpected ways. Every morning, I found breakfast waiting on the table, sometimes scrambled eggs, sometimes toast, sometimes a little bowl of fruit. He never said anything about it, just left it there. One afternoon, I was sitting on the porch when he came home. He placed a paper bag beside me. Inside were apples, peaches, and grapes, my favorite fruits. I hadn't told him that. Somehow, he noticed. At night, I heard him pacing in the study, working late with his books and papers. But no matter how tired he was, he always checked that the doors were locked before bed. It confused me. Why would a man who had the chance to claim me as his wife hold back? 2 months later, I fell ill. It was pouring outside, thunder rattling the windows. I shivered under the blankets, fever burning through me. I thought I was alone until the door creaked open. Daniel walked in with a tray: soup, tea, medicine. Without a word, he sat down and touched my forehead. His hand was cool against my burning skin. He dipped a cloth in water and pressed it gently to my face. Why are you doing this?" I whispered weakly. For the first time, he met my eyes and answered, "Because you're my wife. And because I don't want to hurt you." My heart clenched. Tears spilled down my cheeks, not from fear this time, but from something else: relief, gratitude. That night, as the storm raged outside, I fell asleep knowing he was sitting right beside me, keeping watch. After that night, something shifted between us. We started talking. At first, just little things. "Do you like tea or coffee?" he asked one morning. "Tea," I murmured. The next day, there was tea waiting on the table. When he burned the toast one morning, I laughed for the first time in months. He looked startled, then smiled faintly as if he hadn't seen laughter in a long time. One evening, I peeked into his study. I don't know what pushed me, but I walked in quietly. He looked up, surprised, as I crossed the room and sat on his lap. For a long moment, he froze. His hands hovered in the air, unsure. Then, slowly, he wrapped his arms around me. My head rested against his chest. His heartbeat was steady, strong. For the first time, I felt safe there. When he kissed me hesitant, tender, I didn't resist. I let myself melt into it. And I realized I wanted this. I wanted him. From then on, life felt different. He still kept his distance sometimes, still careful not to rush me. But I could see the change. The way his eyes softened when he looked at me. One afternoon, I asked quietly, "Why did you marry me?" Daniel's face darkened. He set down his pen and sighed. "Your stepmother. She made it sound like you needed someone. I didn't realize you didn't choose it. But now," his voice dropped softer, "now I want to, because you're the only one I want." Tears stung my eyes. For the first time, I saw his heart. It was late one evening when I found myself unable to sleep. I wandered to his study, where he sat reading. He looked up, surprised. "Emily, what's wrong?" I shook my head, then walked over. Without thinking, I sat on his lap again, just like before. This time, I wasn't nervous. I curled against him, and he wrapped his arms around me without hesitation. He kissed me then, not with force, but with care. His lips told me everything his silence never had, that he loved me, that he wanted me, but only if I wanted him to. And I did. That night, for the first time, I didn't cry. I didn't shiver. I let myself be held, and for the first time, I felt like I belonged. Looking back now, I still remember the girl. I was the terrified 18-year-old who thought her life was over. But Daniel taught me something I will never forget. Love is not built on force. I realized he had given me the greatest gift: safety, respect, and real love.